Hello, my name is Dr. Chintan Gala. I'm from Mumbai. I'm a dentist by profession. I have a formal work experience of 1 year. My SIP company was Vivriti Capital, and my role was about researching about debt needs in pharma industry and looking for different clients in pharma industry, as well as developing a framework on which grounds the company could lend money to the pharma industry. And so one of the good things about the project was because during the COVID period, the pharma industry had got such a big boost that it was a pretty actively working industry where I actually got to pitch in, work with clients, and even convert few of the clients for the company. So one of the most important factors which you should look at while applying an SIP asks is that you have to first look at your interest. For example, I came from a very different background and I wanted to explore the field of finance. Hence, I was looking at finance companies to apply. And the other thing that I was looking at is I felt that most of my colleagues were looking at how much were they offering, what was the money and everything. But I gave that as last preference. My first preference was always as what is the company doing, what is the role being offered, and in those 2 months, how will I be able to learn as much as I can. Because I guess when it comes to money, 2 months is not going to make much difference. But in these 2 months, if you could really experience your interest or play out your interest and understand that whether this is working for you or no, it really helps you a lot in your final placement process as well. So I guess depending on your roles and the project that has been floated to you, depending on that basis, what one can do before an SIP is that you revise or you go through the things that are going to help you. For example, because I was in a finance role and I had to do a lot of research and look at different financial statements, I revised all the important financial ratios. I revised all what has been taught to us in the first year in corporate finance and a lot of other subjects. So that was one thing that I went through. The other thing, I guess, what one can do is also try to connect with people from the company on LinkedIn, or even connect with your alums who have worked in that company, or even who have your alums who've been working in that industry, because these people will kind of give you a good head start as to what is the company wanting to, or how you can extract more information from your SIP. So I guess uh, connecting, networking with people, and whatever is important for SIP from the theory point of view, it's important that you prepare and you take it as the SIP comes, and go with a complete open mind. It's like you have to be ready to unlearn, because things will be very different as they come along. Because my role required to be front facing, to be interacting with clients, and to be pitching them. I think one of the most tangible skill set that did help me was presentation skills and Excel. I think they go a really long way in helping you convert the clients, as well as in making them understand. Because if you can't make your clients understand what are you pitching in, or what are you offering them, there is no way that they're going to come back. So that's a very one important skill set that you should have. The other skill set that I think everybody should imbibe is the usual communication skill set. Because obviously, if you're not going to be talking, if you're not going to be conversing with people, or not trying to get information out of them, then I think you are at a disadvantage and you won't be able to make it really long. So I believe presentation skills, Excel, and communication skills, that these are the tangible skills that everybody should work on. So one of the reasons where I could stand out as compared to my co-interns was that one of the things was, as I was given an industry which I've worked with in previously, so I leveraged my relationship there. I could actually connect with people who were already in that industry working, and through whom I could get more information, or could know how the workings of that company is happening. Whereas I felt that the other interns maybe couldn't do that. And also the other thing that I could do was obviously connect and network with a lot of the other managers in the company. It was clearly told to us that you could just call up anybody, do a video call, get in face to face and talk to them, because that's how everybody will help. And I think that's where I stood out, where I could look at different managers who had a previous work ex in that industry as well, so they could give me their information as well as to how they had worked there and what could I look at. So I guess this is what helped me stood out as compared to other interns. The first step was getting the shortlist. After the shortlist, there was a case floated. The case was again based on finance, where you had to look for the optimal debt structure or the capital structure for the company. So that was done. After that was submitted, more shortlists came for the interview round. So the first interview round was taken by two alums of our own college. After the alums, then we had the interview with the main HR. So after going to the main HR, finally 3 people were selected, and that's how our SIP process began. The SIP started as described on time. Post that, during our SIP, we were given our projects, we got to know our managers, and we had weekly meetings with HRs, weekly meeting with the founder himself as well. Post going that, as it is with every SIP, in the end we had a final presentation. Luckily, because this company was so accommodating, there was a personal issue that had happened, and I couldn't present on the day when I was scheduled to present, but they allowed me to present at a later stage. This was something which also helped me understand that okay, this is a company which is accommodating, looks after employees, and hence after that I became even more hell-bent on converting the PPO, because in the beginning only we were told that if you perform well, you're gonna get a PPO. So after that happened, after my presentation, I contacted my mentor, and I had a word with him and asked him that okay, what are the because in the initial period we were not told what are the factors that they're looking at in a candidate for the PPO. So after having a word with my mentor, he gave me what I did right, he gave me what I did wrong, and also he told me that the reason why you've connected with so many people, because everybody is going to give a viewpoint about you, and that's what gets added up. So eventually, in a week's time, we got the PPO shortlist out as well. And as I said, I think my whole gist of the company really places a lot of importance on somebody who wants to learn, who wants to connect with people, who is ready to accept the mistakes they've done, and who is out there talking and presenting. And I think these are the factors eventually which helped me crack my PPO, and eventually I got one.